What's up, family? Today is session 2, part 2 of the Mini-bytes. We're going to talk about limiting self-beliefs a little bit. I shared that I'm going to be doing a few of these as it's been brought to my attention that my story might be helpful to some folks out there, and this practice is certainly helpful to me. So grateful to be able to share a little bit about what's happening as far as limiting self-beliefs. A theme on this journey for me has involved recognizing when I'm making choices or when I want things that are really much smaller than what I deserve or truly desire, but they're right in front of me. They're quick, they're easy. Some of you know I have a background in sales and spent about 15 years chasing a number. So for me, instant gratification was something that I was rewarded for and recognized for. And I have my lovely shorts here. I took them to the dry cleaner because this button fell off. It was actually another button. It was a silver button. And if you'll notice, this button is quite nice and it matches these shorts quite well. In fact, this button matches these shorts way better than the last button that was on it. And when the button broke on these shorts, I was pretty upset about it. And I took them to the dry cleaners and I was a little annoyed that I had to pay some money to get a new button sewn on, because when it comes to sewing, it's not one of the things I've really learned along the years. And I went back today to pick up my shorts and the button was way cooler than the other one was. So I didn't want to have to take it to the store. I didn't want to have to get a new button. But lo and behold, that button was way better than the first button. Sometimes the things that we want, the things that I want, or I think I desire are in fact limited or smaller than the possibilities. And I'm not just talking about career, I'm talking about relationships, what I deserve in relationships, what I desire in relationships. The quality of life I currently enjoy as a result of pursuing some dreams that I had about having it all is beyond my wildest dreams. My ability to spend time in service, my ability to spend time with my family, my ability to make an effort in relationships. Friendships for me historically were not something I needed to put a lot of effort into. I was satisfied with a minimal amount of interaction. My career was something that, as long as I was making money, then I was successful. My partnerships, or quite frankly, lack thereof, historically, that was okay, because as long as I had some of the buckets filled, then that was enough. Not really believing in my ability to be here and fully experience life for what it offers, not really believing in my ability to have it all, and being satisfied with what was in front of me at that time, worked until it didn't. And in fact, what started to happen, there were holes, there were gaps, there were voids, there was a sense of lack that I was feeling deep down that maybe didn't show up on the surface. And as a result, I started to try to fill these voids and these gaps and these holes with behaviors and actions that were not supportive and they were not healthy, not in my best interest, not in the best interest of others. And so ultimately, in my allowance or my acceptance that it was okay that I was struggling, it was okay that I wasn't filling all the buckets in my life, as a result of those thought processes, that mindset, that playing small mindset, it was leading me into a corner. It was backing me into a corner where I was continuing to exhibit more and more behaviors that were that were less healthy. And so it's important for me now to really write my dream ticket as much as I can. And a lot of times when I feel comfortable or satisfied, or even maybe that word complacency that we don't like to use. Oh no, things aren't too comfortable, not too complacent. If that word's creeping up in the vocabulary, there's a good chance that it's time to play bigger, or that there's an opportunity to play big, to play bigger. And I find myself in that space in life at this time where I'm being called to take some things to the next level in my life, for me, for what that means for me. And it's showing up in the form of work. It's showing up in the form of a healthy partnership I'm now grateful to be a part of with a wonderful man. It's showing up in the form of time I'm spending with my family. And it's showing up in the form of taking further ownership of the self-care, of not being afraid to publicly share that I am here to take care of myself first. And when I feel that I have done that, then I can be present for you. And this is something that will probably show up as I continue to share on some of these messages. But I am now in a position to be present for far more individuals in my life than I ever have been as a result of my prioritization of self-care. So I'll wrap it up with this. Some of you know that my work now involves connecting wellness to effective leadership. I'll be hosting a seminar at the end of October. More details to come on that. We're going to talk a little bit more about this, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to do what I love, and I'm grateful to play big, and I'm grateful for the beautiful new button on my shorts that matches way better than the previous button did. Love you all. Have a great weekend.